Hello friends, my name is Manush Kumar from Corp IT and this is the day 8 in our Docker series. Today we'll talk about the security and the resource management in the container. So let's see how we can do that. So, so what is basically Docker security? So if you are trying to create your images using the best practices, then those things are considered to be as a Docker security best practice. So first thing first, we always recommend to use a very light base image that is known as the Alpine Linux. The reason why we suggest to use that, because if you want to try any other image, what happens with that particular image, you will get some extra binaries and some unused package, so you are not sure what exact package are there and whether they are useful for you or not. So it's a great strategy to always build using the Alpine Linux. Like, this is a lightweight, there is not much of a thing, you just customize that the bare image based upon your requirement. And always use a non-root user, because whenever the container is created, the most of the time it is spin up using a default user, and that is most of the time is root. So it's a best practice to change from root user to any other user. The another thing that we have is the enable content trust. So let's suppose you are generating an image, you are pulling an image from the Docker Hub. So it's always a good practice to have this enable, so that when you are building something, you are not using any image that is not a trusted one. We'll also see how to use that. And there is something called registry container capability. So in Linux separately there is something called capabilities. It's a definite thing that we permissions that you can disable and enable in order to achieve certain feature. And there are around 38 capabilities that we have. If you want to learn more about that, so there is a very beautiful article from the Red Hat blog. I will definitely add it. So if you want to learn more about that, you can definitely have a look to this, because Linux capability is altogether a very vast topic that probably I will not cover in this particular video. Okay, so enough of a talk. Let's just go to our server. So let's do the side by side. Okay, or let's just go the full screen mode. We'll do the clear. So I created an image. Okay, so his name is Docker file. We'll create a cat. So first thing first, use Alpine Linux as a base image, lightweight Linux distribution. So this is how we add it. If you want to know what exactly this Docker file, then I highly suggest you to watch and see our Docker images video, so you will get to know what exactly is Docker file. Just for a quick lesson, this is the file using which we can create an images. And these are the software that we need to use. Because we are creating nginx out of it, so we required to install the nginx. So using this command, we can install the nginx. And we also setting up a non-root user that we discussed, that's also a best practice. So this is where we are adding that. And now we are switching from root to the non-root user. How we are switching? We are switching using this user and the username that we are given. And this is a custom configuration. If you want to provide, then you can, but as of now in this particular Docker file, it's not required, so that the reason I'm not passing. What else we have? This is the port exposing 80, and this is the command to run this in a backend. Okay, so now let's just build that. So we'll docker build hyphen t, and the name will be nginx, and it's a day 8. Okay, day 8 dot. We started building the image. As you can see here, we'll do docker images. So this is the image that we have. If you can see, it is a very lightweight. It's like just 9.79 MB, and this is the official Docker Hub image that we downloaded using the Docker pull command. So are you seeing this the size difference? That's massive. And you know what exactly there in this particular image, because you only build it. So that's the reason we highly suggest to use um, your own custom image rather than relying upon the Docker Hub for each and every possible image. Okay, and as we stated, like this is the format that you can use. You can either add those capabilities, either you can add a specific one, and like that you can do it. So it's very not exactly tricky, but it totally depend upon how much permission that you want to give it and how you want to give it. So from a security point of view, it's a good, but you need to keep a check of lots of things, because if you give lots of gaps, so what happen probably, if a user have container if a user have access of one container, let's suppose, and he is a bad user, then probably what will do, he can enter your network and he can change those stuff. So that's not a good practice. So that's the reason you can have it. Now, what are the resource limit, like how you can increase the resources? Okay, so this is how you can do that. Okay, so let's just create. So this is our image. So we'll see docker ps-a. Yeah, this is the registry only running. Let's just run anything. Okay, docker nginx and oh my bad, docker run nginx hyphen d, no, hyphen name limit. Okay, hyphen p81 colon 80, and then the image will use this one. Okay, so far looks so good. Okay, so we did not introduce a limit in that. Okay, so what we can also do, docker stop. I know it's not visible for you, let me just clear it up. Just after rm I will clear the screen. So now we just need to create this. Okay, so we already have this. What else we can need? Let's just add the cpu equal, let's just add one cpu, okay, only, and then we'll add the memory. Memory equal 21698. I don't want that. I just want to give a very basic memory. Let's suppose 10 MB I want to give it. And you can give it like that also. Then you can see docker ps-a. So this is the with the limit. Okay, as of now it's not running. That's a separate topic. Anyway, on the day on the tomorrow we'll talk about the troubleshooting, so you will also know how to fix that one. So like this you can pass your CPUs and memory to a particular container, and that's how you run it. You also give the restart policy. If something happen, it will automatically restart. So how we can do that? Let's just stop this. In the same example, we do restart equal always. Something happen, it will just restart. So that's what that mean is. So we can also see we having our container done, and if you see it is constantly restarting. And if you want to see the start of this, so docker stats of a particular container, so this time we'll seeing for this. So these are the start of this particular container, and if you want to see some other containers start, you can also do that. Docker stats, and we'll pass the another container name. So yeah, this is what we have. So yeah, that's it for the security and the best practice video. I know in the name also the docker swarm is mentioned, but after making it I decided not to cover that, because nowadays no one use that much, and we already have a wonderful technology called Kubernetes to have the orchestration of the container. So that's the reason probably when you see this video I will change that also. And so let's just come back to the lab. Okay, so first thing that I want you just create two container, one with the limit and one without the limit, and monitor the performance, how exactly the performance is. What else I want you to do? Scan a Docker image for the vulnerability. Use style like Trivi or a Docker Scout. I highly suggest to use Trivi. It's very easy, and you can scan an image. What else you can do? Create a Docker file like something like this. You can change the thing as per your requirement, and just build an image and see how exactly it works. Prior of just ending the video, let me just quickly show you about the Trivi. So if you do Docker images, so these are the images we have. I will do Trivi and then images, and let's suppose we'll pass this image. Okay, so see, just give a vulnerability scan, like is there any vulnerability for this or not, and that's how we build it. So like that's how I just show you the result. Docker ps-a, not like this Docker images. If I also show you one more where I know the vulnerability is there. So this is my to do project. Okay, so if I scan over there, so you can see there are lots of vulnerability that if I want to really want to, I can just go through that what those are and I can address this. So yeah, so you can also install the Trivia on your system and you can check whether the image that you have it's a vulnerability free or not. One last one, let's just see the nginx, the default that is coming from the Docker Hub. So it also take time. For the remaining images I already tested that the recent is not showing the anything. So you can also do like if you have a Jenkins pipeline, you can also implement this in a middle way. So whenever the images is created, what it will do, it will also run this check and it will give it to you. So you can also try that out. Not now, but probably some down the line when I create the Jenkins video, I will also implement that. So you can also have a look. So meanwhile, let's just wait for it to complete. It will take some time. It's it's a big file. So this is the scan result of the image that we created, our custom one. So we know what exactly thing we add. So as you can see here, there are total 0. We don't have anything on that one. And this is the to-do list that we have. So there we have total of 6, medium 5, high 1, nothing is critical. So if you want to, the best thing under that I like about Trivi. So let's suppose if you want to learn more about this Trivi, so you can just copy paste from here, and you can also search about it, what exactly this is. And down the line, if you are using Harbor is also your Docker registry that you can self-host. So there also you have a option, you can enable the Trivi. So from there also you can have it check. So yeah, this is a vulnerability. That's how you can check it. Now let's just go upon check. It's almost done. Yeah, see. So there are lots of vulnerability. You can go one by one and have a look. So yeah, that's the Trivies. I highly suggest you just install it on your system. Just go through it, try it on few images and see how exactly it behaves. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you like this video. If you have any suggestion, if you have any query, please let me know in the description. You can also connect with me over the Twitter and LinkedIn. I will be, if you have any idea or something, if you want me, okay Manoj, cover this topic or something like that, I will definitely create a uh, uh, video on that on the future. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for your time. We'll see you in the last video tomorrow, and we'll wrap up the series. Till the time, peace.